Tonight, some homes in Rancho Palos Verdes are still on shaky ground.
We've been covering the landslides on the peninsula since they accelerated 2 years ago, and now more homes are affected. Our Laurie Perez joins us now live from Rancho Palos Verdes. But Laurie, you're being told this isn't the same situation as before.
That is right. You know, you really can't blame people for thinking, oh no, here we go again, when they hear about a landslide. But you're right. City leaders are telling us that what happened here this weekend is nothing like the slides that have caused so much chaos here over the last few years.
The entire coastal bluff of those 4 properties didn't shift all the way down to the shoreline. It just dropped that and almost like separated from the backyards.
A view from SkyCal lets us compare this clear shot of the crescent-shaped wedge of land that separated from the bluff behind 4 homes in Rancho Palos Verdes Saturday night to this Google Maps image taken before this weekend. It shows a pretty big swath, about 300 to 400 feet long, broke off and fell about 50 to 60 feet down. Even just hearing about it had some locals on edge, keeping in mind the slides that destroyed homes and buckled roads here in the last few years, leaving dozens without power and gas, forcing them off grid. The city has spent tens of millions trying to fix damage there.
It's devastating. I can't imagine if my house was there. I would be terrified to live in the house. Yeah. And with everything that's going on, I hope they're going to be okay.
But that chaos in the Portuguese Bend area and along Palos Verdes Drive South is about 5 miles from this weekend's landslide. And the city says what happened on Marguerite Drive is unrelated and isolated. Ara Maranian is the RPV city manager.
It's not uncommon that you see along the coastal areas of California, as well as in other hillside communities, land movement, land settling, subsidence and sloughing of material. So this is not uncommon.
Southern California Gas checked its lines, and he says a geologist and fire inspector assessed the soil conditions and looked for but found no structural damage to any of the 4 homes near the landslide.
There have been no evacuation orders. None of the structures that are on the 4 affected properties have been red or yellow tagged. They could continue being occupied if the residents want to remain in those structures.
He says it happened on private property, so the owners are responsible for cleanup, but city geologists will work with them to determine how to mitigate the damage. Meanwhile, other locals say the land moving here is part of coastal life.
Ever since I was like in 9th grade, they brought us down here to check out the area, and they said, oh, it moves like every so many millimeters, centimeters back then, but that was in the 80s.
Now, the beach below the landslide is now closed to the public because there is, of course, a risk that the debris could fall down even further, and that is the shoreline below Marguerite Drive. We are live in Rancho Palos Verdes. I'm Laurie Perez. Back to you.
Laurie, thank you. And